Yes, I am.
Tell us what that is, please.
It's a pawn list from the Lowell Police Department that we ensure to have access
And in June of 2008, relative to this case, did you have occasion to access that DocStar website?
to. Yes, I did.
Tell us when and what you did.
On the 27th of June, which was a Friday, I was working an 8 to 4 shift. During the course of that shift, I accessed the DocStar system to check the pawns.
And was that an unusual thing for you to be doing?
No.
Do you do it on a routine basis?
Yes.
And when you say check the pawns, what does that mean you do?
Check the names of people who are pawning different items, and also check the items that are pawned against potentially items that are stolen from house breaks in the worker or cars, etc.
All right. And on this date, then, did you find any pawn slips that were of interest to you?
Yes, I did.
And tell us how that came to be.
There had been a couple of house breaks in Billerica, and different items of jewelry and so forth had been stolen. We had descriptions of those items from the victims, and I printed off a handful of pawn sheets for the victim to look at.
Were those from various pawn shops in Lowell?
Yes.
And after printing those out, what did you do?
I contacted one of the victims,
Specifically whom?
Mrs. Babcock,
And was that in person or by phone?
by telephone.
And tell us please what you said to her.
I asked her if she could come to the police station to look at these sheets.
And how long was that conversation?
Very brief, when I recall.
And in fact, did you see her come to the station after you made that call?
No, she came up the next morning.
Were you present when she came?
Yes.
And what did you do with respect to her when she came the next morning?
I showed her the pawn sheets.
Now, did she come alone or with anyone else?
I believe her husband was with her.
And when you say you showed her the pawn sheets, did you show her, pawn sheets sounds plural. Did you show her more than one?
Yeah, there were different sheets that she looked at.
And after looking at them, what happened?
She identified some pieces of her jewelry on one of the pawn sheets.
Okay. After she did that for you, what, if anything, with respect to her statement, did you do? Did you take further investigative measures after that?
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
After the Babcocks left the police department, I went to a pawn shop in Lowell,
And the name of that pawn shop?
Design Jewelers.
What did you do while you were there?
I presented the owner of the shop with a pawn sheet and told him that the items were stolen from a house person.
Were you referring to the Babcocks?
Yes.
And did he still have the items that had been pawned?
Yes.
And what did you do with respect to them?
He gave me those items, and he also told me that the person who pawned those items had just recently been in. He was a frequent customer.
And what happened next?
I asked him to give me a copy of that pawn sheet also.
I'd like to show you then, if I might, Exhibit 13. Can you tell us what the item is you're looking at?
This is a pawn sheet from Design Jewelers in Lowell, Massachusetts.
And is that one that you just spoke of?
Yes, it is.
Is that the one with reference to Babcocks?
Yes, it is.
Is that the one you showed me, Babcocks?
Yes, I did.
You said that when you went to Design Jewelers, you got another pawn slip?
Yes, I did.
Showing, if I might, page 2, Exhibit 9. Recognize what's contained there?
Yes, this is the second pawn sheet that the owner of Design Jewelers gave to me.
And you were there on what date?
Saturday.
The 28th. What date had these items been pawned that are on page 2?
June 26, 2008.
Showing you
Excuse me,
by
wait a minute, there was an objection over here. Whose objection?
Mine.
And the basis?
It's
speaks for itself. He doesn't have to take no knowledge.
That's true, he doesn't know when it was bought, he's just telling us what the date says.
Did you,
Objection is sustained. Next question.
all right. And is there a date on the second plumb slip that you got from the owner
Objection
on that
to
date?
treatment for this one, they were admitted.
The objection is sustained. It's been asked and answered. I'm not sure what else we're doing with this right now.
Only if I might be pages 3, 4, and 5. Have you seen these reports then?
Yes,
When did you first see those?
I don't recall when I first saw them.
Was that at this time, the first time you went to Design Jewelers?
Those particular sheets?
Yes.
The additional sheets?
Yes.
No, I don't believe so.
At some other time?
At some other time. Afterwards.
When you got the actual items from Design Jewelers, what did you do?
I returned to the police station.
And then did what?
I contacted Mrs. Babcock at her home.
And what did you say?
I told her I had the items and I was going to come by to show them.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
And who was present at that time?
She was home with her children.
And what did you do with respect to the jewelry when you went to her house?
I emptied the jewelry onto her kitchen counter, and Mrs. Babcock began to view it,
Began to do what?
to look at it.
And what did she do with respect to it?
She began welling up and sobbing, and she said, "I can't believe they cut it up." And she started grabbing the pieces, putting them together.
On that same day, did you have occasion to go past the Barbarossa residence?
On that day,
Yes, sir.
I don't recall.
Sometime in that time frame, did you have occasion to go past the Barbarossa residence?
I probably would have went past there if it's the same neighborhood.
At some later point in time, did you have occasion to go to the Hannaford's grocery store?
I went there with my partner,
Who was your partner?
Detective Dustin.
Detective Nestor?
Yes.
And what was your purpose in going to the Hannaford's?
To obtain a receipt that was from the Coinstar machine there.
And what is a Coinstar machine?
It's a machine where people take change to and cash it in for paper money.
Did you speak to individuals there at the Hannaford?
Yes, we did.
Did you obtain a receipt from the Hannaford that you didn't have when you went there?
Yes.
Show me if I might. Remarks, 29 identification. Recognize that item?
This is the Coinstar receipt that was given to Detective Nestor and myself.
And can you place the date that took place?
The date on this is June 22nd, 2008.
And that's the date of the transaction, would that be correct?
Yes.
So you went there sometime after that transaction?
Yes.
What was your purpose in going there and looking for Coinstar receipts?
There was a large amount of change that was taken from the house break.
Which house break?
The Champa house break.
I have nothing further to witness at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Flaherty, questions for this witness?
Yes, Sir, Your partner is Detective Nestor?
Yes, 2 nights.
What's that?
Two nights that we work, he's my partner.
Did you accompany him to the Barbarossa home to investigate a house break there?
Yes, we did.
And so you walked through the home and saw various things in disarray, is that fair to say?
Yes.
Including a broken window, right?
Yes, in the back.
And that entered into lower level living quarters, is that right?
Yes.
And then walking around that house, you walked up to the second level, right?
Yes.
And that's where, downstairs, that's where Patricia Barbarossa lives, right? Lived.
Yes.
And upstairs, her parents lived, right?
Yes.
And upstairs, you noticed that it looked like all the drawers and the dressers and the closet had been gone through, right?
Yes.